Hi, I'm Astha Katia. I'm your happiness coach, and today I'm going to be talking about this amazing book that I just finished reading. It's called No Matter What. So, 9 steps to living the life that you love. Exciting? Yes, it is. And the author of this book is Lisa Nichols. Now, what this book is all about, so whatever be the obstacles that come in your life, whatever be the scene that is rolled out in front of you, whatever it is, you can still live the life that you want. So, no matter what, you have that choice, you have that power to live the life that you love to live, that you dream of living, that you want to live. And that is what this book is all about. So it talks about Lisa here, through her life journey, talks about building 9 core internal muscles, which is so beautiful, uh, and how those muscles can really help you to live the life of your dreams, of your choice. So, how do you really go about doing it is what this book is all about. Now, quickly to share my top 5 learnings from this book. So, number one, what I've learned is that all the power lies within. If I choose to live my life the way I want to, nothing can deter me. And I think that's beautifully depicted here. So that's number one. Number two, there's always a bigger picture. Any situation that you are faced with, at times you feel lost, you feel clueless, you don't know why this is happening to me, and it's really painful. But always ask that question to yourself: what is in it for me? Or where is this going to take me? Where is this leading me? And it's so amazing that on so many occasions I could really see that those instances, those occasions in my life where I would question why did this happen at all, or what was anything good about it at all. I could really see how it fit into the bigger picture, how it fit into the whole scheme of things. So, these are all these situations, all these challenges are actually gifts wrapped in sandpaper that come to you. That's what Lisa says. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for me. So that's number two. Number three, I think what I really loved about uh, the book is one of the biggest things is being honest to oneself. We try to live up to certain expectations, live up to certain image. We try to be or pretend to be someone in front of the people. We do not really say what's there in our minds. But I think even before being honest to others, I think it's so important to be honest to ourselves. And a lot of times we just shove away, push aside, do not confront the reality. So it's so important to see the reality of the situation at hand. What is it that I'm really feeling right now? What is it that's really bothering me deep down? Why is this triggering me? Why am I feeling angry right now? Or why am I feeling jealous? And to even find out whether I'm angry and jealous right now in this situation. Because we're so busy being somebody else, we're so busy being a certain way that we don't even want to acknowledge those emotions, those fears, and whatever is there. So being honest and confronting, okay, this is what I'm going through right now. This is how I'm feeling right now. These are the emotions. I think that's so important if I really want to change a situation, if I really want to move forward and go beyond those obstacles. So that's my third big learning, being honest to myself. Number four, my background, which family do I belong to, whether I have resources available or not available. I think all of that plays a very limited role. Rather, I would say it doesn't really matter. If I decide, if I choose that this is where I want to be, this is where I want to go, then nothing can really stop me. And it's all about how am I willing to play the game. So there will be so many instances where one would want to just give up. It's getting too much to deal with, too much of pain. Do I really want to go through this? And we really tend to give up. We're almost on the verge of giving up. But trust me, it's all about going on, and that's something that I've taken on from this whole conversation that Lisa's put in the book, and from her life, the instances that she's shared. So what I really got was that in that moment, if I choose to just go on, not give up, not stop, just go on, I think that's the game changer. Yeah, so that's what I have taken on. That's number 4. And number 5, I think it was so beautiful that there are certain negative behaviors, or I would say certain behaviors that we want to change, or we feel, why am I behaving in a certain manner? Why do I have this behavior? Why do I behave in this manner? Right? But at the core of it, deep down, if I drill, and I did, by the way, for a couple of my behaviors, there is a core need. There is a need which I'm trying to fulfill by that behavior. So, any behavior that you want to change, find out what is the need that you're trying to meet or fulfill through that behavior. And to meet every need, there are healthy and unhealthy ways. So, if I'm hungry, I could be going and eating salads and nutritious food, or I could be just munching and maybe eating chocolates or maybe ice cream. And so there are healthy as well as unhealthy ways of meeting any need. So the moment I will get aware that this behavior is actually coming from this need of mine that I want to fulfill, and currently, how am I fulfilling that need? So that behavior is actually my way of fulfilling that need. So maybe, a need to be accepted by people, for example, and for which maybe I will try to be a very sincere, calm, nice person, whereas internally there's a turmoil going on. I may not speak or express what I'm really feeling just because I want, or I have this belief that people are going to accept me if I am really calm, really patient, saying a yes, agreeing to whatever they're saying, right? And I meet that need of acceptance by behaving in this manner. Right now, is that a healthy way or an unhealthy way? Unhealthy for sure, because it has an impact on me. So figuring out that and then choosing or making the highest choice, choosing the best, the healthiest way to meet that need of mine. That was such an eye opener for me. I can't tell you, it was such an eye opener. So these are just 5 things that I've spoken about, but trust me, this book has a learning, has an insight waiting for you at every page, on every page, every line possibly. I just loved working on this book, and I think it's a must-have, it's a must-do book, no matter what. 9 steps to live the life that you love. Like really, you will actually be seeing mirror. You really are going to confront yourself, and if you really want to get out of that shell and be your 100%, this is where your journey starts. So you gotta really go ahead and read this book. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. Okay? So lovely. Do put in your comments. Go ahead, grab your copy of the book, and also like and subscribe my channel. There'll be more reviews coming in very, very soon, and a lot of other videos which I'm sure you're gonna like. Thank you and bye-bye.